Welcome back to my 2023 New York vlog series. In this episode, I will recount where we ate on this trip, and there's something for every price point and occasion, whether it be casual, luxurious, light, or decadent. We're going to start off with an indulgent Italian dinner at Quality Italian. Normally, we don't eat like this, but my husband's cousin was treating us, so it was an offer we couldn't refuse. There's my kryptonite. Fresh bread, but I had to control myself. We started off with truffle honey ricotta, caprese salad, baked clams, filet mignon meatballs, fancy Caesar salad. Mind you, that was just the appetizers. You know it's a serious throwdown when they start shaving truffles tableside. And I kept hoping that the server would keep going with the truffles. This place is famous for their chicken Parmesan pizza. We also had mushrooms, corn brulee, black truffle pappardelle, campanelli, tortellini, and spinach. Somehow we had room for dessert, which consisted of homemade pistachio cherry, blood orange, lemon ice, and burnt marshmallow ice creams. Wow, what an Italian dinner. That meal was so decadent, so gluttonous, but it was a real treat. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk back to the hotel, because if I had taken the taxi, I probably would fall asleep in it from food coma. After running 6 miles today in Central Park, we worked up an appetite, so now we're headed to Chinatown to get some soup dumplings. Canal Street is where you get off for Chinatown. Manhattan's Chinatown is bigger than the one in Los Angeles and San Francisco. We seriously have been coming to Joe Shanghai's for over 15 years for their xiaolong bao or soup dumplings. Note that they take cash, so make sure you have some. There's an ATM in the lobby if you're short on cash. They weren't always located on Bowery. They used to be located on Pell Street. Even though the interior is more modernized, there are some things that will never change, such as their green menus. I don't know why I even bother to open the menu, because there's only one thing I want, which is their juicy pork soup dumplings. Each tray has 8 dumplings, and I once ate 2 trays by myself in 2018 after running the New York City Marathon. It was the perfect way to refuel after taking on 26.2 miles. After a hearty lunch at Joe Shanghai's, we walked around Chinatown and marveled at the cheap produce sold on the streets. 2 containers of fresh jackfruit for $5? I'll definitely take 2. And look at this. Look at all these Rainier cherries. 2 pounds for $5 here in Chinatown. Can't beat that. Continuing with the theme of casual eats, we're here in the Times Square area. Okay, so I have high expectations for this place because the line is long, so this gotta be good. Look, I'm from California, so I know what a good taco is. We placed our order and gave them our ticket at the window so they can work their magic. We got tamarindo drinks and their tacos adobada, which is their marinated pork, and taco nopales, which is cactus. Okay, they were worthy of opening up a location in Los Angeles to compete with all the other taco places. Moving on to something on the opposite end of the spectrum. We're here in Wall Street. No, not to trade stocks, to trade dishes, because we're going to be going to the Saga for dinner. Saga is a 2-star Michelin restaurant located in the heart of the financial district. I love anything Art Deco, and their website won me over when I was doing research for a unique chef tasting menu. Wow, everything is Art Deco, even the elevator. It is located on the 63rd floor. Let's just say that elevator ride was a lot quicker than the elevator at our hotel to the 20th floor where our room was located. After being greeted by the staff and having a bespoke cocktail crafted for us, we were allowed some time on the balcony. We're at the top of the Saga building, so let's drink to that. Cheers. It's like the building is almost part of the dining experience. I like how this restaurant has big windows to allow us to continue to enjoy views of the skyline. The theme of the menu is seafood with a touch of Moroccan style since the chef spent time in Morocco. Here are the canapes with crab, tuna, uni, oyster, abalone, and octopus. Followed by caviar, creme fraiche, and a piece of dosa. Then came the spring vegetables, including a mushroom pie and asparagus cooked in a few ways. This sea bass soup was to die for with its rich curry and coconut broth. Then came the star of the show, which is duck tangine, which I've never had duck served in a Moroccan style, along with fava beans and hummus. It was truly a memorable way of savoring duck. The Moroccan tea service after the main course is something special to Chef. We also shared two different desserts, strawberry and chocolate. At the end of the meal service, we were allowed to go back out on the balcony to see New York City in its glory at night. What a different feeling to be riding down the elevator with joy rather than anticipation. Even though we had just finished dining at a Michelin-rated restaurant, we keep it real by taking the subway back to our hotel. Just in case you were wondering what was in the bag, it was some parting gifts from Chef, which were a selection of chocolates. Not everybody has 3 hours to set aside for a meal, and sometimes you just want to grab a quick snack. So take a walk through Koreatown in Midtown, which is only a few blocks. My favorite place to grab drinks in K-Town is Machi. I like the efficiency of putting your orders in on the screen. They get your order out quickly. We ended up getting a black tea with creme brulee and grapefruit cheese foam slush. They got rid of a lot of the alfresco dining spots here in K-Town compared to like 2 years ago, but I'm glad that they kept this one here near Machi where we usually get drinks. If you watched my previous NYC vlog episode, you may recall that we spent an afternoon in Harlem and got to go to Red Rooster to try out some soul food. Right away, the setting depicts a proud African American heritage. We were lucky to get a table without a reservation at this popular restaurant run by the famous chef Marcus Samuelsson. Shortly after we were seated, the restaurant quickly filled up. We started off with this finely prepared coconut and sweet potato soup. Then came the chicken and waffles, mac and greens, and cheesy grits. This kept us full for the rest of the day. If you're into food halls, check out Urban Hawker, which features food stalls from Southeast Asian cuisines. We finally got here after braving the crowds through Times Square. I'm not super hungry because I'm still pretty stuffed from that big lunch at Red Rooster, but I thought it would be a good idea to come here so I could take a look at the menus and get something light because it seems like there's something for everyone here. Seriously? I didn't know this brand has been around since 1900. I drink their soybean drinks. All right, we struck out. We got here a little late and a lot of the places were closing down. So we're gonna go find someplace else. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow for lunch. There were a lot of interesting dishes that I wanted to try on an empty stomach. That's more like it. At least this place looks like they're still serving people. Mia stayed open late and I was actually more in the mood for dessert. They have gluten-free and vegan options too. Success! We got dessert and it's starting to rain, so we're gonna hustle it back to our hotel. We got the pineapple coconut mousse and we got the vanilla raspberry, and this is supposed to be vegan. Remember that jackfruit from Chinatown? Well, here it is. We're back in the Midtown area, so we're gonna go to Urban Hawker when everything should be open this time. Here we go again. If I was a little smarter, last night when we were walking through here, I would have had an idea of what I wanted to order this afternoon, but I don't. I'm gonna have to start the deciding process all over. The only food stall that I had gotten familiarized with last night was Lady Wong Bakery, where they combine European-style pastries with the Asian flavors such as pandan, ube, lychee, black bean, and so forth. So here is our last meal in NYC, which included the rambutan salad, the honey yuzu jasmine tea Ceylon tea, the lychee rose pandan royal tea, and the enonya curry chicken. One more look at the desserts because I'm a sweets person. I hope you'll be inspired to try all of the various food offerings in NYC when you visit. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for more of my NYC vlog series.